Good morning, everyone. This is Nancy Schaefer, Missing Persons Recovery Specialist, founder of Missing in America. I'm going to wait for some people to pop on. We are going live regarding the missing 3-year-old out in North Carolina. We are hoping that we're going to be able to bring attention to this case. Good morning, Suzette. We had a full day again today. I just wanted to get it out there that law enforcement are trying to confirm that a woman and a child on video surveillance is or is not this missing 3-year-old. According to her mother, the biological mother, that they put her to sleep at night, and then when they woke up, they reported her missing. Good morning from Missing in America. It's probably one of our members, one of our specialists. So, okay, everyone say hi. Hi, Shelly. I just want to get this out there. Here's another case that we are working on here in Kentucky. And of course, I always keep her poster. Christina's poster. I'm going to, now there's enough people, say hi. I'm going to play this, so I'm going to turn it around briefly. Can everybody hear me okay? Oh, advertisements. Now, we were requested to go out on this case, but unfortunately funding did not allow us to. I would love to go out there.
Please call the sheriff department or notify anybody.
This case reminds me of the Haley Cummings case. I don't know if y'all been following this, but it definitely reminds me of the Haley Cummings case. The circumstances
She could be anywhere. She's very sweet, loving girl.
But as you can see, they're accepting all resources as possible.
She didn't scream. Nobody heard nothing. 4 people in the house.
Our focus right now is to find her, to bring her back, and then to find out what happened. So that is our number one priority.
Donald Trump.
Oh, okay. I thought that this was the video surveillance, but I guess I was wrong. Shoot. Okay, so there's surveillance photos, my bad. Today's a busy day for us. And of course, no photos. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Does anyone have any questions regarding this case that I could probably answer? I know one thing law enforcement is doing a phenomenal job in this case. I've seen some cases that don't go exactly the way they should, but they are doing an excellent job. I don't think I would recommend anything different than what they're doing. You know, it takes a while to confirm certain stories, to rule out certain things, collect a digital footprint, as you will. Okay. Still not seeing. These particular photos. This is not uncommon for press to do this. Give me 1 second, bear with me, guys. Okay. As you can see, the headline now, I don't know if I can say that this 3-year-old looks like the one in the photos. Okay. Let's try this again. Again. They say that they're, as you can see, this press release, maybe it was determined as not being her, that's why they took it down. We're gonna take a look. As you can see, that there are no photos. Oh boy. Good morning, Tamara. I really apologize about this because I really thought that there were photos that they released of a woman and a child in a Walmart, but as you can see, the link that they provide do not show anything. I don't even know why they're even... Thank you for that information, Dana. I was actually trying to find some information, but I wanted to jump on and get this little girl's face out there. I think it's really, really important. Like I said, I don't know if y'all followed the Haley Cummings case. I actually assisted in that case, and it's one, unfortunately, I don't think she's ever going to be found. I always tried to have hope, but based off of what I know, which I can't say regarding that case, is I don't think she's ever going to be found, unfortunately. But there still is hope out here for this beautiful little girl. Now, one thing I'd like to know, a lot of in the photos, if you look at the circumstances, it's very similar. The dynamics between the two families, I would say, try not to rush to judgment based off of looks of a family or a mother or father, or whether they look like they're, you know, have money, speak well. I, myself, I'm not really that great of a talker. I grew up with a lot of learning disabilities. I'm severely dyslexic. You guys don't know that about me. And a lot of people make fun of me regarding it. And that does not make who I am as a person. It also does not say that people with disabilities or learning disabilities or problems with spelling can't do something with their life, make an impact, and make a difference. I think I've been doing it for 12 years. I think I've done a really good job as far as, and I also don't smoosh people. I tell it like it is. Most people who are sweet talkers or speak well in public, I was watching a documentary last night with one of our members regarding the Scott Peterson case. Just because a good person has great grammar or speaking abilities does not mean that they're a better person than anybody else. Most of them are good at it because they're wolves in sheep clothing. So I want you guys to remember that. And all the people making negative comments under my videos, I really don't care what they say. So all I care about is making a difference in this world and bringing people home and reuniting them with their families, however that may be. So let's go back. Also, any negative comments will be deleted and you will be blocked from the page. So let's get her. Like I said, who followed the Haley Cummings case out in Florida? I also try to locate where she went missing. I'm wondering if this is a trailer park or a trailer home similar to the Haley Cummings case, or there could be some form of connection. Who knows? I know they looked at a bunch of suspects in her case, one being a registered sex offender. I'm wondering if maybe there's some form of connection. I mean, they always repeat. The MO and the dynamics are so similar that I'm going to actually dig into this case and do the same thing I did with the missing Sarah Matthews and send my recommendations to law enforcement like I did the other case, which, if you saw what I sent, was absolutely 100% on the money. I just think it screams Haley Cummings case. I just don't know why. I mean, the looks, she looks a little bit like her. So let me just put her face back there again. Now, Jacksonville, North Carolina is actually not even that far, I don't think, away from the Haley Cummings case. If you followed that case, can you comment in the sections? Because I want to know your opinions on this. And I apologize for everybody who's messaging us about our website being down. It is still down, and I'm working on getting it back up. I know I'm not responding to all the messages. It's just overwhelming. A lot of people actually use our database, believe it or not. If you have followed the Haley Cummings case, just comment in the bottom. Oh, that's sad. Okay. I'm going to show her photo. Tell me you don't think that there's some form of resemblance here. Still waiting for your response. If I'm not responding to, there's the mastermind of liars right there. This is actually what I watched last night. Just because a person is a good talker doesn't mean that they're a good person. Most people who are good talkers are easily fool people. I don't claim to be anything than what I am. And I think considering my disabilities and what I've challenges, the difference I've made in my 12 years of doing this, actually shows people it doesn't matter what kind of disabilities you have, that you can make a difference too. Okay, now I wanted to see. If I'm not seeing your comments, I apologize. Not all of them come through. I'm looking at... yeah, just throw me the hearts. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Does anyone know how far Jacksonville, North Carolina is from, what's that? I can't even pronounce it. Sazama, Florida? Sazama, or... it is... And I forgot where, I believe it was Misty Cummings' brother or cousin or was from. That's actually what I'm looking at right now. Because I know we're not too far from there ourselves. It's just a little out of South Carolina. I just want to see in connection how far away they are. Satsuma, Florida. I'd like to know where he lives. I don't know. As soon as I saw this case, I was like, oh boy. It's eerily similar. Okay. It is... the Haley's Cummings case happened right about here. Now, this case is somewhere around here. I don't know if you can see it on the map, but, which is weird when I put it up. It's like a straight shot. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for your comment. Well, I don't know. I'm actually trying to find out if this family lived in a trailer park Those, I believe, from what I saw on the news, that it appeared to be that way. It was a trailer home, similar circumstances. They put them to bed, and apparently woke up at some point and realized they were missing, according to their statements, which, for some reason, I believe this mother, but the dynamics of the Haley Cummings case in this case is eerily similar. Both mother and father was separated and had moved on with other people. I don't know. Hold on a second. I want you guys to watch something and tell me what you think on the end. I definitely want to know what you guys think, because our gut instincts are always usually on. I want you to watch this again. And the part that I want you to focus on is the part where, after the biological mother speaks, the father and whoever the woman is, in which her name is not mentioned in any of the articles, I want your opinion on this. I'm actually going to dig into this case. Of course. Let's refresh. I have too many tabs open. I want to see if any of the people have, hi Christine, criminal backgrounds or anyone in their family. They also should absolutely be looking at sex offenders in the area.
Please call the sheriff department or notify
See, if you notice, there's a trailer
anybody.
very similar to Haley Cummings.
She could be anywhere. She's very sweet, loving girl.
Yeah, see, most of the homes
She
look like...
didn't cry, she didn't scream, nobody heard nothing. 4 people in the house.
Our focus right now is to find her, to bring her back, and then to find out what happened. So
Are you talking to me, Mom?
priority.
She sounds fake. Uh-huh. President of our organization.
Cry, she didn't scream,
Look at the head
nobody heard
down.
nothing. 4 people in the house.
Our focus right now is to find her. To bring
Now
her
tell
back,
me that there is not any... Tell me that there's not
number one priority.
the same circumstances. I think she looks a lot like Misty Cummings as well. Hold on a second. But maybe that's the reason why this family was targeting. I don't know, but there are so many similarities with me with this case. That it is hard to ignore. Yeah, bad feeling. Yeah. Thank you, Marie. I do too, but I don't know. It would be... I don't know enough yet. I'd like to see that. I'd like to check that they're, I'm looking for a particular video. of course, you know, law enforcement is by every right of what they're doing is keeping this case straight to the chest. And I applaud them on that. And as needed, the stuff will be released. Let's see. Let me see if I can find the original video. I'd like to show you guys. And I'm hoping, I'm sure the law enforcement agencies, some of them are on our Facebook, reaches out to a group or an organization called Texas Echo Search. They will be extremely helpful in this case. I'm trying to find the video. Bear with me, guys. I stopped following the case because, like I said, I think there is some kind of drug use involved in this new girl's case. Hi, Vicky. Yeah, Vicky, the one thing that, you know, same thing with Marie, what you said, is the eye contact. You notice how she's looking away? That could be, I'm not saying that's a sign of her lying. That could be a sign of not being honest. I'm not judging anybody, but with my 12 years of experience, okay, let's watch this. I'll eventually find one that I'm actually looking for. And Mrs.
I can't even imagine at my age going through this. It's horrible. It's very horrible. Very. I know at first it seems like there's been a lot of people that have been kind of like, I don't understand how this could be the situation where you don't hear her. Did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything at all.
You notice how she closed her eyes when she answered that question?
I went to let them take her. So what happened? Okay. I put her to bed about, 8 o'clock, because that's her bedtime. She had school. Put her to bed, and her blanket.
If you notice, every time before she talks, she looks away.
So we had a blanket hanging on the window,
answers the question, she looks away briefly, and then answers the question.
She peed on her blanket the night before, I guess, and I was going to put it on her, but it smelled like pee, so I washed the blanket, and I gave her a little sheet to cover up with, and she fell asleep, and I went come in there and put her blanket on her, and then I lay down, and it was about, I'm not positive what time, it was like 3, I seen 3 o'clock in the morning. I got up because I had to use the bathroom, but I didn't make it to the bathroom. I seen the kitchen light on, and
does everyone see what I'm talking about?
The door was wide open. I didn't notice about Haley then until I seen the back door open, and then I go in and she's gone. And that's all I know. Is when I woke up, when I went to sleep, she was there, and then when I woke up, she was gone. I know you've been intensively questioned by police. What has that been like?
You see what I'm talking about, guys?
It's been hard.
If you see what I'm talking about, put a heart.
To find her, answer any questions I have to, because I know I didn't do anything to that little girl. I would never hurt her. They love me. They look at me like they're mom, you guys.
Now this could be nothing. The father's
lovely about me, and I'm so good to them kids. Real good.
Yeah, good for you, Misty. You're so good to those kids. Was that the part before or after you were buying and selling drugs? Okay, back to this again. I want you guys to watch this one more time.
Please call the sheriff department or notify anybody.
Mm-hmm. My gut is not on the mother with this. Yeah.
She could be anywhere. She's very sweet, loving girl.
Now, one thing that strikes my accord is when the biological father comes on, look at the girlfriend.
Nobody heard nothing?
Head down,
Our focus
not
right
saying
now
anything.
is to find her,
Who does that remind you
bring her
of?
back, and then to find out what happened. So that is our number one.
Was it Terry Harmon?
Donald Trump usually seems
When I'm really still shocked that that case hasn't been solved. Terry Harmon, which was the stepmother of, what's his name? Yep, exactly, Sarah. So you know what I'm talking about. That's Rebecca. That's not the biological mother of Haley Cummings. That is the stepmother, or well, not at the time. It was the live-in girlfriend at the time. That was the last person with Haley when she went missing. Yeah, Kyron Harmon. I'm sorry. I still haven't even finished my coffee this morning, but I'm hoping that. You know, the same thing, I mean, I never really found anything on Crystal Sheffield, which was the biological mother of Haley Cummings. I never really felt anything odd or mischievous about her behavior. It was mostly the biological father and the live-in girlfriend, now wife/divorced wife, Misty Cummings. Some of the things are just so similar. When Terry Harmon, which was the stepmother of Kyron Harmon, when he first went missing, let's see if we can find that video. When you have so many things that are the same in cases, it kind of makes you wonder, you can kind of like profile the case. My money is on, what's very telling to me is the behavior of the father's, whoever she is. Her name's not being mentioned in any of the articles, but I'm sure and I'm hoping law enforcement is going to take a look at that. She appears to have had some history of drug abuse by her things. That doesn't necessarily mean she's guilty or has anything to do with it. But sometimes when you deal with people with that, stigma or karma and behaviors, you attract people that have access, that knows where this little girl is, knows where they live, because I have so many questions for this family that would make me determine a lot of things. But if you notice, they're not really saying anything, which I find also very strange. And one thing that's very strange is it's the biological father saying, find my baby. It goes automatically to the blame to the biological mother. And apparently some kind of live-in boyfriend or whatever it is that he says they. I want to know who they are, because there's nothing in the papers about, there's nothing being released about any man in her life or being in the trailer that I'm aware of. So I find that very, very odd. Tell me if you guys find that odd. I'm just going to play it one more time to people who are popping on now, like, what are you talking about, Nancy, today? I want this little girl found. It's too early to say if I think that this is going to be a happy ending or not. But I also think that they should look at the sex offenders in the area, or that has access around the family. Okay. Hi Sharon, how are you? Thank you very much for joining us. There's a living boyfriend. His last to see. Oh, he was the last to see her. Oh. How come they're not really saying anything about this live-in boyfriend or be the last to see her? Because in the videos and in the in all the other articles or videos that they have out, it always says that the mother is the one that put her to bed. Sharon, do you mind going live with me so you can share what you know? Yes, they said that they woke up at 11:30 and he told her to lay back down. Interesting. Well, I really hope that they put a cadaver dog in the vehicles. That would determine the same thing in Sharon's case that I recommended to law enforcement, just because of technique in that thing to determine if a body was transported. Not all enforcement agencies know this stuff, but I can tell you that this law enforcement agency is not pulling any punches. They're doing a phenomenal job. Okay, that's okay. I want to watch this again for people who are coming in. I hate commercials.
Please call the sheriff department or notify anybody.
I also find it strange that the live-in boyfriend, if there is one,
She could be anywhere. She's a very sweet, loving girl.
She didn't cry, she didn't scream, nobody heard nothing. 4 people in the house.
Our focus right now is to find her, to bring her back, and then to find out what happened. So that is our number one priority.
what they probably did was put a cadaver dog.
Donald Trump usually
Probably around the skirt of the trailer home. And maybe had gotten a hit. You said that was on Monday, Sharon? Okay, let's do... the last thing that in the news is that the search is still on. Her live-in boyfriend was standing next to her in the video. I don't see any boyfriend in the video. Amanda. Who's the biological mother here? It's obviously the girl with the blonde hair. Am I getting something wrong? The biological mother is the girl, I believe, in the first video. The biological father and it looks like some form of girlfriend or whatever she is that keeps her head down, which is similar to the Karen Horman case, which she is a suspect. So I just believe even the looks of the little girl are very similar. The case is just similar. Looks like a guy. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Brittany. Amanda, let me see something. Are you at work right now? See if we can get her on here because I want to see what she's talking about. I'm inviting you, Amanda, to go live with us. If you're not comfortable with going on camera, just let me know. But I'm confused about what you're saying because in the video, it appears but maybe I got it wrong. Are you there, Amanda? Guess not. I just think the similarities of the case is just creepy. Eerily similar. Now I gotta find this again. Okay, hold on 1 second. Ugh, figures. I think all the people in this area there's nothing said about that, Sarah. That was 2 days ago. That's old information, but let's see what, and you can't always believe everything that comes out on in the news too. But based off of the interviews,
Before Kelley Blue Book awards a Best Buy, we spend a year running the numbers. 10,000 factors, 7,000 gallons of gas, 12 categories, 10 experts, 1 overall winner. Everything we do adds up to the best value for your money. Find your Best Buy at kbb.com.
there were 2 more kids in the house.
If
Lonnie.
anybody knows where she's at or any information, please call the sheriff department or notify anybody. She could be anywhere. She's very sweet, loving girl.
She looks a lot like Haley Cummings. Tell me I'm wrong.
She has some walking difficulties.
Oh.
So please, if anybody sees her, she's 3 years old, please notify them.
Walking disabilities. Interesting.
And let's turn now to the scandal surrounding Democratic Congressman John Conyers' allegations that he sexually harassed multiple females.
I hate when they do that. guess they're focusing on a wooded area near the home. Okay, let's watch this. See, father of missing 3-year-old. Let's just put everything out on here. If we can get...
Stole their child. She did something to that little girl.
Oh, I'm live.
Walked right up in there, grabbed the 3-year-old out the bed. She didn't cry, she didn't scream, nobody heard nothing. 4 people in the house, 2 adults and 2
That's
kids.
a guy, and that's a girl. That, I believe, is the biological father.
Something's happening here. Groundbreaking.
Oh yeah,
Discovering molecules that
now I
can
see what
enhance
you're talking
cells,
about.
T-cell generation that could treat MS. Breakthroughs in particle laser physics. Top programs graduating business leaders, teachers, nurses, physicians, dentists, and
I didn't
healthcare
see any
specialists.
guy
If you're thinking
standing
this only
next to her,
happens at
but
great
thank you for that
national
link. I'll check it out, Melissa.
You're right. This is ECU, America's next great national.
See, you can see that they're going underneath the trailer.
A missing 3-year-old will continue for the 4th day in Onslow County. More than 200 investigators are spending time trying to find her. WRL's Emmy Victor has been following the story for us. She joins us from Jacksonville with the latest. Emmy?
This hasn't been an easy task, Renee. Some of these volunteers have gotten little to no sleep over these past couple of days and will still have to pick back up this morning, even after a very long 3rd day of searching. We know that dive teams were out yesterday. They were searching by a pond here in Jacksonville, and others looked around and under the young girl's home. That's where she was last seen. Authorities are telling us that more than 100 interviews have been held, and they followed more than 140 leads so far. Others in the community are turning to prayer to help find Mariah. A vigil was held last night at a church here. And in the crowd were people who don't know her, all the way down to family members. Authorities have even shared other ways that people in the community can help out. They're asking residents to look around barns and sheds and even any other wooded areas behind your homes. And they're also saying that you can go to your local fire station to search through a team. Back to you.
Emmy Victor, live.
Smart law enforcement agency, which they will probably give you, training
In a head-on crash in
if something
County,
is found.
attended Smithfield Selma High School. The crash happened near campus about 4:30.
I don't see anything regarding any search and rescue teams. I noticed that they have, looks like some kind of military oh crap. Thank you for that link, Melissa. Does anyone here have information that they want to share? You can come live on with us, because I think by talking about a case and getting down to the roots about what's going on is very helpful in these cases. I know a lot of the law enforcement agencies, especially the one in the Sarah and Matham cases, actually watches our videos, which, you know, I'm not surprised. Let's watch this one. Because we do, I think, the more people that try to put their head together, and I think if you're in Jacksonville, North Carolina, go up to the fire departments and join the search teams. Just make sure that I'm an advocate of everybody, the community coming together, but in a lot of circumstances, it may hurt or hinder a case depending on the person that's out there searching. Just be wise. Don't touch anything. If anything's found, don't throw cigarette butts on the ground or soda cans when you're searching, your water bottles. Bring a little bag because you don't want to, you know, contaminate a crime scene, a potential crime scene. Also, if nothing's found, do not touch it. Alert somebody, but I'm sure that they're giving people training. Okay, let's go, which is
In a world filled with technology, Spectrum delivers. With superior HD picture and
We
sound
do
and the fastest
use
internet
volunteer
starting
searchers,
device.
especially
Plus, Spectrum
local
Voice
in
lets you
cases
talk
that
all
we
you want
conduct
without limited
searches, but we
nationwide
do
Spectrum TV, internet,
give
and
them
voice,
some form of
$29.99
training,
per month each.
Begin with a search for a missing 3-year-old girl.
what they can and cannot do.
Hasn't been seen for hours. Tonight, an Amber Alert remains in effect. The
Still in
toddler
effect.
disappeared from her family's Dawson Cabin Road home. Multiple agencies combed the area trying to find her. This morning, the child's mother said she woke up, spotted her two sons, but did not see her daughter inside the home. Family members say they found the home's back door unlocked, but they did not see any signs of forced entry. According to the Onslow County
Same thing in the
Sheriff,
Haley
call came
Cummings
in from the
case.
child's mother and the mother's live-in boyfriend.
Please bring her back, and I love her. I'll do anything that I can, whatever you want. Just bring her home, please. Save
What's
her
your
now.
thoughts on this, guys?
She's my baby. She's my everything.
Authorities also looked into Mariah being with her biological father. She was not there. Investigators are working backwards, retracing what happened in the hours leading up to Mariah's disappearance. 9 on your side's Brandon Truitt joins us now in the studio with more on what's next in this search. Brandon.
Ken, good evening. Right now, investigators are not ruling anything out and want to make sure no evidence is missed. We learned early efforts centered around the family's Jacksonville home. Detectives want to find out if there was anyone at the home who should not have been there. That's according to the Onslow County Sheriff. He tells us investigators have been treating this house as a potential crime scene as the search for Mariah stretches into Tuesday morning. Earlier, authorities made reverse 911 calls to alert people living within 5 miles of the search area. The sheriff encouraged residents to check their sheds or property and report anything unusual, calling the missing child a concern not just for her family, but also the community.
As a parent, if somebody has a 3-year-old missing child, that should be a #1 priority for all of us. You know, because all of us who are adults should protect children.
In addition to the home, today's search efforts included a vehicle. The vehicle's proximity to the house is not clear. According to the sheriff, several agencies also searched a wooded
They probably
area
put a
nearby.
cadaver dog in the
It's
vehicle.
unclear what, if anything, the search revealed. Authorities are expected to resume.
I'm hoping they did.
At daybreak.
That'll tell them a lot.
In a world filled with technology, Spectrum delivers. With superior HD picture and sound and the fastest internet.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. I was a little bit behind in the comments. About 10 miles. My son is only 2 miles down the road from what happened. The dad is not a suspect anymore. The biological father, Lonnie? I don't know. I find it telling that now finding out that this girl's had some sort of disabilities. Sarah Matthews had some form of disabilities. Haley Cummings has some form of disabilities. I know a lot of time a child having needs like that can be very frustrating to a person that's not a biological father. So I'm kind of like this with it all. Lonnie, you're saying that the biological father is not a suspect anymore. I get that, but I do question the behavior of the woman next to him, whoever she is. We've seen it in cases after case after case after case, like the Kyron Horman case. When you see similar MOs and behaviors of people, when you live, eat, and sleep missing persons cases, when you see that, I just find it very telling. But I also think that the biological and the mother may know more than what she's saying. I'd like to know the man's name who was in the home, because that's not being mentioned. So if anyone knows that, I would like to know that. I would like to look into his past a little bit, and I'm sure law enforcement is doing that as well. You see it case after case after case. Maybe that's why the circumstances are so eerily similar. In every case that I mentioned, I was not aware that Kyron Harmon had any kind of disabilities that I know of, but the other ones, all 3 cases, around the same age, fate ended up the same. So we can only follow what we can follow. I'm trying to to see if I can actually go out and assist on this case. Right now I can't, unfortunately, because it's too far away. That maybe I can make some recommendations like I did in the Saren Matthews case, which ultimately led to her recovery. I know it was never made public, but thank you guys very much. And I don't care if it's made public. I don't care if law enforcement wants to thank us for our work or whatever. I don't care if they put it public or not. I don't need a thank you. But I think it's important that people know that the people who do this that they know they actually do something. And I'm okay with that. Okay, special needs, bedwetting, yep. A pediatric nurse for 15 years and tend to be a trigger. I agree, Sharon. 100%. You know, if you look at all these cases, they're very similar. It also, to be honest with you, these types of children also are targets of sex offenders because of the stigma between special needs children and, you know, hey, they're going to look at it as the mother or the boyfriend or whatever. Trust me, I'm sure this law enforcement agency is looking at everything. I usually will watch a case or sit back and say, why are they doing that? Or why did they do that? Or they should be doing that. Not in this case. I have not had any work. They're doing everything absolutely 100% right in this case, and they will find this little girl. There's no doubt about that. And they will not stop. But what I'm going to recommend to them, and I'm sure people are going to see this video, I'm actually going to do these recommendations public now. So that way, when we go and do the cases, people will actually see them right. I really hope that law enforcement is going to, we assisted a case a couple years back, or a year or so back, to where same circumstances, the little girl was disappeared. She was last seen with the mother's boyfriend in the home. We recommended in that case that law enforcement agencies in the search and rescue research the areas that they originally searched, that leading to the recovery of the little girl. The reason for this is a lot of people has never done this before, maybe panicked, maybe beat the child, you know, because of one reason or another, ended up being deceased. A lot of times when they panic, they put the child in one area. They wait for the searchers to leave. They wait for the searchers to leave, and then they feel that area, oh, they're not going to research that area. I'm going to recommend law enforcement in this case, based off the similarities, to research the areas they've already searched with cadaver dogs. Biological, thank you for this information, Cindy. Biological father hasn't seen the daughter in a year. He also said in one of his interviews that the children were taken away from the mother. At what time? Sure, not how much. It's true. He had court papers to prove it. Yeah, but I don't know about you, Cindy, but there seems to be some form of drug abuse there, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. At one time, but didn't go get them. I know. The fellows went. Okay. So we got, So it's clear, I think we all agree, Cindy, that there's been this back and forth issue between. Someone said that there's another little boy in this, and I'm wondering, which is the same in the Haley Cummings case. I'm wondering. Let me ask you a question. He stated the mother was. Well, it looks like his girlfriend's doing drugs too, Cindy. So, you know, I'm gonna say it like it is. Sorry, but you know, I mean, come on. I want to try to keep this professional as possible. Yeah, I mean, it's clear that there's definitely something revolving this. I don't know what the live-in boyfriend looks like or know his name. I'd like that. If anyone has that, please put it in the thing. Is the little boy biologically the same, or is the boy with the boyfriend? You know what I'm saying? Like, did she have a child with the live-in boyfriend? Or both children have the same father? I'd like to know that information too. He got custody but never picked them up? Oh, okay. I mean, I don't want to respond to that because I have not personally seen that anywhere. And like I said, you can't always believe what journalists write because half of them are liars. They'll do anything to sell or get hits on their blog. Okay. Does anyone know if the boy is by the same father or if it's by the live-in boyfriend? I'd like to dig in this some more. Anyone who has information that could be helpful in this case, maybe we can put our minds together. And if you also live in the area, please go to, in the interview, he stated he didn't go get them. Psst. Okay. I have no comment on that. But thank you very much, Rochelle Fletcher, for that information. That's very disturbing, considering the outcome now. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off here. If anyone has any additional information, please feel free to put it in the comment links, because I think the more that we know about something and the more people's heads that come together, it's possible that we can help in this case. If you're in this particular area, so the boy may be his. Yeah, I don't. Maria, I believe that there's another child in the home, which was a boy, but I don't know if both kids are by the same father. They must all be on drugs. That's, that would be my question. But I still find the behavior of the woman with the biological father very telling. Both of the females. But they, it's who they were last seen with. Usually is where they clear for. If they clear the biological father, they cleared the biological father of Haley Cummings. 2 boys and 1 girl, same father for all 3. Thank you for that information, Cindy. Okay, so there's 2 boys and her. Now, do you know if these 2 boys have learning disabilities, Cindy? Yeah. So, I mean, Haley Cummings' father was cleared too, but indirectly I feel some way responsible for the ultimate fate of his daughter. When you allow people with certain lifestyles around your children, you have to some point to take responsibility for your decisions and who you surround yourself with. Okay, thank you for that, Cindy. She doesn't know. No. Okay. Yeah, you agree what I'm saying. My screen is cracked, so I'm trying to. Rosella Fletcher. Hope I'm saying your name right. If anyone has any additional information, because I will be ultimately coming back live discussing this case, please feel free to put everything in the comment sections. It was an interview with the biological dad and stepmom. And, you know, to be honest with you, from my view of the biological mother, she doesn't appear, I mean, I could be wrong, but she doesn't appear to be on drugs to me. I mean, it seems like she's attracted to a certain type of man that maybe have that lifestyle. So, yeah, I will, Cindy. I will absolutely watch it. Thank you very much, guys. All the information that you can find, please feel free to put it in our comment section. We're going to be coming live and talking about this case either tonight or tomorrow morning. Please continue to share her flyer. If you're in the area, please go join the search, even if you have to take the day off of work. They need as much help as they can get. As they said in the news release, is to go to the fire departments to sign up for the search. Exactly. You're right on the money, Rosella. Right on the money. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later, and I will let everyone know. If you want to know when I'm going live or discussing a case, hit the follow button, and then you'll get a notification that I'm going live. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your time. It is much appreciated. And if you're in this area, go to your local fire department and sign up for the search.